Can you hear me now?
You're a stupid little fucker.
Okay. Not only am I being insulted, can you, do I have to hold it down so it can hear me? For some reason, my microphone refuses to stay plugged into the receiver, and I constantly have this issue, and it's so frustrating because it means I probably need a new receiver, and wireless receivers and transceivers are fucking expensive. So that sucks. Probably not gonna be able to afford that for a bit. But thank you, Scorpion, for being mean to me as soon as I got here while having technology issues. That's really nice of you. My fucking hair is being stupid today, as per usual. I gotta stop being in the habit of staring at the monitor when I talk. I can't help it. I'm just so handsome. I want to look into my own eyes. What's up, Jess? What's up, Scorpion? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys? I stayed up late last night and slept in late today. And that means I'm fucked basically for tomorrow, which is gonna be awesome. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm just sitting here, I'm just vibing. I spent most of yesterday working on the Chainsaw Man video, and you know what? I got 10 minutes done in one day, 10 minutes. That's a new record for that video. I'm fucking killing it over there, okay? We're about to hit the hour mark, which means I'm more than halfway done with it, which is pretty poggers. And a couple of the edits I made yesterday are fucking hilarious. Jesus Christ, I made some good shit yesterday. You guys are gonna love it. I am dying to show this video. I keep thinking like, what if I like export just this little chunk and I like post it to the Discord so they can see what I'm doing? And I'm like, no, I have to be strong. I can't spoil it. I have to be strong, God damn it. But anyway, today we're building Gundam. I was going to like start with a new kit, but there's been this kit that I've been working on forever, and I just like haven't finished it because I don't have a lot of time to just build casually right now. So I decided I would finish this on stream instead. So this is the master grade. So this is the master grade / Zaku Izak Jewel custom. And so this is the master grade / Zaku.
These nuts. These nuts.
Stop it! Enough! Stop! Enough! I'm trying to talk! This is the master grade / Zaku.
These nuts.
This is the master grade / Zaku Izak Jewel custom premium Bandai exclusive that I bought like 2 years ago. I finally got through it. And as you can see, I've only built the part of it. I've only built the torso, head, and arms and all that. I don't really, finally said it, well done, thank you, I appreciate that, I really do. I don't really like Zaku's for the most part because they all look kind of similar, but this one's unique, it's got some really cool shit, so that's why I bought it. And actually, I couldn't buy it off of P-Bandai. I had to buy it off of a reseller because I didn't buy it during the pre-order window. So I ended up paying way more for it than it was worth. But it looked cool, and I wanted it. So, and then I didn't. And then I built it a little bit, and then I didn't really touch it for a long time. So I'm going to keep building it today. We're working on the legs today. This guy, it's leg day. In other words, it's leg day for this sweet young man. And I don't know what any of these. Okay, this is the sheet I'm looking for right now. How's everyone doing today? Tell me about yourselves. Tell me what you're doing without using the D's Nuts channel points reward. Good, not skipping leg day. It's important. I always find it funny that like you build the legs first and then the waist. Like every time, the way they have these designs, except for RGs. RGs always start with the legs. But you always build torso, head, arms, then you build legs, waist. So you build the legs, but you can't actually connect them until you finish the waist part. Now mind you, you could just do the instructions out of order, but we ain't about that shit, okay? I'm painting D&D minis. Nice. Got another builder boy. What's going on, Hellhander? What should I call you? Justa. I've just been calling you Justa. Is that okay? I'm learning how to sew. You don't already know how to sew? Don't sewing and cross stitching kind of go in hand, or I don't fucking know. I don't know a goddamn thing. Now with a machine. Oh, I see. I was blind, but now I see. How am I? I'm fine. Like I said, I spent all of yesterday, not all of yesterday. I spent a good majority of yesterday working on the Chainsaw Man video, and I made a ton of progress, and a lot of it looks really good, and I'm super happy with it. And then I also played a bit of Risk of Rain, and I unlocked Mastery with Huntress, and now I never have to play Huntress again, which is good because I don't really like Huntress. I just played her to get the Mastery. I had more trouble getting her Mastery than any of the other survivors I've also already gotten Mastery for, specifically because it's such a pain in the ass to play. So that was a lot of fun dealing with that. And now, you know, it's Sunday, and you guys know, Papa likes Sunday. Sunday is Papa's Shonen Jump new chapter day. And I haven't read it yet. I've been reading it before stream a lot lately, but I haven't read it yet, so I'm looking forward to reading the new Jump this week. And Tatsuki Fujimoto, the author of Chainsaw Man, actually just this week put out a one-shot manga in Shonen Jump, and it's 200 pages. So that's like 2 volumes long. So I'm really looking forward to reading that because everything he makes is gold. Fire Punch, Look Back, Chainsaw Man, it's all good shit. So I'm really looking forward to reading this new one-shot that he's apparently been working on instead of doing Chainsaw Man Part 2. But that's okay. That's fine. He can do whatever he wants. Sounds like it's gonna be good. Yeah. His previous one-shot Look Back, I don't remember how many pages it was, but it definitely wasn't 200 pages, and he still managed to tell a really compelling story in like the short amount of time he had. So I'm excited to see what he does with 200 pages. And that's gonna take me a little while to read because it's 200 fucking pages. And you know, One Piece has some stuff going on. I don't know if you guys know about this or not, because I haven't been shutting up about it. But there's some stuff going down in One Piece. So, you know, any week there's a new One Piece chapter and not a break is very exciting at the moment. I mean, Luffy's really popping off. Let me tell you. Scorpion, whereabouts are you in Whole Cake right now? I've heard it's big. It's very big. Very big. And very divisive. A lot of people are, like, not sure how they feel about it right now. But I'm the biggest One Piece fan, and I'm smarter than them, and I know better than them, and I look at the discourse and the discussions. Oh, spoilers, let me go. I don't know how to say without spoiling. Just don't do it then, because Microwave's here now. Hi, Microwave, how are you? Yeah, I'm smarter than all the other One Piece fans, and I read all the discourse surrounding it, and I read what they're upset about, and it's very clear that they don't really understand what's going on. Because when you really look at it, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And I know better than that. Because I am the smartest One Piece fan. Nobody else knows One Piece better than me. That guy who makes like the 2-hour One Piece theories on YouTube, he doesn't know as much about One Piece as I do. He doesn't even know close to the amount of information about One Piece that I do. He's a fucking idiot compared to me. I'm good. I hope you're good too. I'm doing just fine. Just fine. I have not watched Spy X Family yet. I think I'll probably get to it today. Ooh, maybe I'll force Sean to watch it with me. Because today is our show watching day. Maybe I'll force him to watch it with me so we have something to watch we have like a new episode to watch every week while it's coming out. I mean, I know he'd like it. It's cute and funny. What's not to love? I like how you're like, I like One Piece more and better and cooler than you. Listen. We all know that I know a stupid amount of information about One Piece. And I like it better than most people. So that means I'm probably the only person who really appreciates it for what it is. I mean, really, that just makes sense if you ask me. How dare that person assume he's as obsessed with my obsession as I am? It makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, look at me, guys. Look how much One Piece I have. I have One Piece models, okay? You think there are bigger One Piece fans out there than me? You guys know like 95% of the reason I'm trying to be a YouTuber so I can make enough money to afford the Oda Eiichiro designed fountain pen, right? After I get that, I will no longer have a reason to make videos. Honestly. Can my hair just stop doing this? I'm going to tug on this fucking hair so it stops sticking. Oh my God, I can't control it. I have no control over what the fuck's going on here. It's just going to do its own thing. That's fucking annoying. Here's what I'll do. I'll shove it underneath some other locks so they weigh it down. Boom. Got him. I have a what? The hell is that? It's your antenna. I lost my clippers, but they're sitting right here. They're bright orange. How can I lose them? Also, a little bit discolored green because I've used them a long time. I probably need new clippers. These are probably kind of dull. I want to get those really expensive God clippers that Bandai sells. Although I saw someone break one of those once, and I was like, how the fuck do you break God clippers? The random hairpiece sticking out? Oh, I see. It's okay, I fixed it, guys. I figured it out. It's how you attract prey like an anglerfish. I don't know who would be drawn to that, but I mean, if they are drawn to it, it's kind of their own fault for getting caught, I feel like. Where are your E? I don't know what any of these runners are, so I have to like dig around and be like, which one is it? F1. Oh, this is E1. Yeah, see, I grabbed the wrong one. No, I already got the F pieces. I did. No. I was looking at the wrong piece. This is the one that I need. Don't worry, guys. I am dumb. And that's all I'll say. I'm dumb. No one's gonna come on here and claim that I'm not dumb. We'll all agree that I'm the biggest One Piece fan. But we'll also all agree that I'm dumb. Oh, I'm building this boy some big ass feet. Little Pete's for the lad. Couple of Pete's for the boys. Oh yeah. Bill, you're into model make. Oh, I think we talked about this. You do the water. That's right. You do the Warhammer shit. What's going on, dude? Hellhander's working on. Fuck. Hellhander, what the hell did you say you were doing? Sorry, I wasn't actually paying attention. D&D minis. That's it. Yeah. Hellhander's doing some D&D minis. Bill, you do some Warhammer minis. I'll do the Gunpla, and we'll get the trifecta. Are Gundam feats against Twitch TOS? Damn, we about to find out. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Feels claustrophobic. Maybe it's just me, but it feels claustrophobic when I'm like too close to my hands. I don't want you guys getting that good of a look at my sausage fingies. Little hot dogs. A friend asked which one of the devil fruit eaters even showers except Robin, and honestly, I don't know. There is in an SBS, someone asked how frequently the One Piece characters shower, and it is horrifying. It is horrifying, especially when you consider, like, okay, let's take Luffy, for example. That kid is energetic as shit. He's running around constantly. He is ADHD embodied, and he's always getting in fights and shit. He showers once a week. Luffy showers once a week. It's disgusting. You think you meet Luffy and it's gonna be like, oh, look at this sweet, cute young man. But no, he would smell awful. You'd try to be like, oh, it's Luffy. I gotta give that guy a hug. You get within 5 feet of him and it's like, oh! Why does he smell like that? I think it's only like Nami and Robin, because they're the girls who shower once a day. Even Sanji, who's you know, the most refined of the boys. Sanji only showers once every 3 days. Like, Jesus. Come on, guys. You're on a boat. You're gonna smell like salt. Once a week is more than I thought, DBH. You know. Think about the surface area of his skin grows more bacteria because it fills in more. When is the Luffy skin bacteria video? That's why Luffy always wins. He's infecting his enemies. That's why he wins in endurance fights, because the longer he fights them, the more parasites his enemy accrues. He's gaining immunity to them after many years, but they haven't. The fucking bioweapon war crime. They are pirates. Yeah, but come on. They have Frankie built them like a beautiful shower on their ship. Have you seen like the Sunny's bath? It's like a luxury bath. It's not like they don't have the means to be showering regularly. We're not talking like 1500s pirates. These are like pirates mixed with fucking cyborg man, okay? They can shower. Nurgle. Why do I feel like I know that name, but I don't know who it's from? Frankie has a self-cleaning function like an oven. I feel like Frankie can't shower. I feel like he has to take drastic measures to clean himself out. But at the same time, he's mostly metal, so it's not like he sweats anyway. I mean, there's a scene in One Piece where Frankie's like working on his eye while listening to a sad story, and he starts crying, and there's like steam coming out of his eyes, so he's not perfectly waterproof. He was like short circuiting himself because he's so emotional. But then again, the circuits were exposed while he was working, so maybe while his like skin is on, he's good. I don't know. Then again, I mean, he did refuse to eat a devil fruit once because he wanted to be able to swim still. So maybe I guess one has to assume he is waterproof because he can still swim. Zoro showers when it rains, and he happens he happens to train outside, or when he happens to be asleep outside. I don't remember what Zoro's was. I think it was like once a week as well, and that's pretty disgusting too, because Zoro's working out constantly and napping. Like you sweat a lot when you sleep, and you sweat a lot when you work out, and that motherfucker's still not showering regularly. Jesus. The Thousand Sunny, like I swear to God, Frankie better have like worked in some like automatic air freshener dispensers throughout the ship, because that thing has to stink. Thousand Sunny confirmed stinky. What fruit did Oda say Frankie would have? Did he say that at some point? I don't remember that. No, there was a thing. I won't say it because it's a spoiler for Microwave. But there was a moment in Dressrosa when there was a chance that Frankie could have eaten a fruit, and he didn't. He refused it. When in the stink tier list video, Zoro is probably the stinkiest. I thought it was Luffy at first, but now I think about it, like that motherfucker be working out. He's got to be smelly as shit. How does this piece connect? I'm confused. You know, it would help if I had the right piece. Sorry, I'm so distracted thinking about smelly boys. So, the whole crew smells like burnt garlic. Not Sanji. Sanji doesn't bathe regularly himself, but he's always cooking in the kitchen. I bet he smells really good. He's got like some spice smells on him. Zoro's belly warmer has not been washed once ever. Okay, there we go. You hear that nice snap sound? That's a good sound. Feet. Foot. Foot. Foot moment. Motherfucker's got some feet. I love the colors of this guy. I love like the light blue. It looks fantastic. It's very nice looking. Okay, now we gotta get to work on one of his leggies. A little bit of a leg moment, y'all feel me? Kind of a leg situation. Certified foot moment. TBH, whenever I cook my clothes smell of like fried oil or whatever, so I don't know about that. Maybe you shouldn't be tossing fried oil onto your clothes. Do you think about that? These nuts. Yeah, I'll do all this at once. I tend to like, there's very clearly labeled out like step numbers in these instructions, and so if you're a fucking novice builder, you might do it one step at a time, but I tend to do 2 to 3 steps at a time. Because I'm just that advanced. I'm kind of an alpha gamer over here. Imagine doing only 1 step at a time. Couldn't be me. Sound like that kid in like 3rd grade who's like, yeah, I do multiple Lego steps at a moment. I basically am a 3rd grader, let's be honest about that. I'm currently at Fish Island, and them being at risk of drowning at all times is kind of stressful. Oh, it's no big deal. Sanji can do the blue walk thing now. It's all good. He can swim even faster than before. You know he trained that in particular because he was like, these motherfuckers keep drowning and shit. I better like just have this covered. Got tired of loopy shit. Exactly. You know that motivated Sanji's decision to gain an ability to walk in water, essentially. Be a Sigma builder, cut out all the parts at once, it'll be fine. See, but some people do that, and that scares me. I'm not at that level yet. Like that is Sigma building. I'm more like an alpha builder. I'm not quite Sigma yet. I'm not ready for that shit. Especially people who paint tend to do that, because then they can paint all the parts at once. It's terrifying. I did that when I painted, can you even see it on camera right now? Maybe if I move this. When I painted this guy that you can barely see right here, I cut out all the pieces that I was gonna paint and did them all at once, but I didn't cut out any of the internal parts. I left those in there. Because I wasn't going to paint the internal parts. I left them black. I wonder if I'll ever paint a kid again. I'm sure I will. The main reason I don't paint is because I just don't have a good space to paint. The one time I painted out in my sunroom of my old apartment. And I like put down cardboard and everything, like make it as safe as possible. And I still ended up getting paint all over the carpet that I had to wash out before I left. Just because the dust goes flying everywhere. And it settles back down on the ground. Put them together blindfolded. I just got to feel it out. Yes, this is clearly internal leg part number 3. I can tell. So Sean has been playing a lot of Final Fantasy. I don't know if he's here right now. Probably not. He didn't join at any point yet. But Sean has been playing a lot of Final Fantasy. He's quickly approaching the total amount of hours that I've put into that game. And that's really indicative of the fact that he's not at school or working right now. He started playing this week. And he's put almost 50 hours into the game. I'm thinking about like... usually Sean and I, like I said, we usually watch shows on Sundays, and I might force him to watch the first episode of Spy X Family, but after that I might just like be like, hey, do you want to play some Final Fantasy, except I'm just going to play dungeons and try to get some extra levels so you're not too far ahead of me when we play together? Because I'm never going to get that into the game again. I'm not going to be playing it that much, especially with how busy I am with the Chainsaw Man video, but I don't want to get like so under leveled that him and I can't do content together. Does he like eat and sleep? Not much. Not much. I'll level with you. I got some level classes anyway. I just gotta like go in and do a bunch of dungeons. Like just fuck the MSQ. Fuck all that bullshit. Just do a bunch of dungeons. Just run a bunch of dungeons, get some extra levels. That's all I gotta do. But I mean, if we play later today, I'll let you know. I mean, you'll see when we're online, I assume. Unless you're not playing at the time, I suppose. I'm a bit confused as to where this part goes. I think it connects here and kind of swings down, but it's not very clear on the instructions. That doesn't fit very well. Hang on. Oh no, I see where it goes. Okay, my bad. I'm the dumbass. As per usual. Sorry, I tend to like lift things up and then you can't see what I'm doing. Gotta keep it at your level. Or I could always tilt the camera up a bit. That's an option too. And then I can work a little more comfortably. But then at the same time, there's no good way to do this really. Like my options are like keep it up high so you can see while I'm building, or keep it down low so you can see when I'm like panel lining and cutting things out, and I just gotta adjust as I go. I got writing tonight, but if you're on early, I'll for sure join. I probably won't be on early because I have that 200-page one-shot to read today. That's gonna take up like 2 hours, plus all the other reading I have to do. Oh, woe is me. Content from my favorite authors taking up my free time. This is some bullshit. These parts are so dark, you can barely even see them on the fucking camera. No read, only content. Wait, are you saying I have to stay live if I don't read? I have to keep streaming? This is fucked up. I hate streaming. This is a bunch of internal leg parts. This is the upper part. This is the knee. See that? It's kind of like a knee shape. We're gonna put armor on all these parts. It's a big internal piece. Got it. Got him. Got him, gamers. But yeah, no, Sean is a certified like MMO player now. He's gone full tilt and just been like, all right, this is my entire life for the time being. We've all done it at some point. But I honestly never expected him to get that into an MMO because he doesn't usually like those kinds of games. So it's interesting to see. Oath of the Grassless taken. Final Fantasy is just based. I'm just pissed. I'm pissed. I'm a little salty man over here about this, okay? I'll be real with you fellas. Cause you guys know I fucking like last summer, whatever. I was playing Final Fantasy every day for like 2 weeks straight, and I played it a ton, and none of my friends would play with me. Now, months later, when I have no fucking time to play Final Fantasy, everyone wants to play it all of a sudden. Fuck you. Couldn't have played it last summer? Trying to get this fucking Chainsaw Man video done. I don't have time to waste fucking doing botany for 3 hours straight. Oh, that kind of fucking time. I would have played with just different data centers. I know you would have. But Scorpion got too obsessed with it and he leveled way past me. And Sean wouldn't play with me. It's an MMO. You're supposed to play with other people, and I played alone. One hand edits the other. There's always time for Final Fantasy. There really isn't, though. There really isn't. One hand edits the video, the other plays Final Fantasy. That'd be a skill that I don't have. I don't have like the energy to get as obsessive about MMOs as other people tend to. You know, I played it for a solid 40 hours in like 2 weeks. That was my obsession with Final Fantasy. And now anytime I play it, it's going to be significantly less intense than that. I will like that was the peak of my obsession with an MMO. Same with WoW. You know, I'll get really obsessed with it for like a week, and then I'll play it scarcely over the next several years. I'll probably never ever hit max level in Final Fantasy. Just like I've never hit. I've probably sunk hundreds of hours in World of Warcraft over since I was a child. You know, I have never once hit max level. If I played it as much now as I did as a kid, I probably could hit max level because leveling was way harder back then. But I'm just not at a point in my life where hitting max level in an MMO is realistic. I didn't cut out a fucking piece. Damn it. Just buy a WoW token. Hey, we don't talk about those. They're not real. Bill got auto-modded for aggression. Why are you being so aggressive over there, Bill? What's up with that? Angry because mold lines. How is Luna? Where is she? She's sleeping in her tree right now. She's just chilling. She's chilling. I was vacuuming earlier today, and I was about to vacuum underneath my bed, and I saw just the little bit of her tail sticking out. And so I slowly inched the vacuum towards her. And she always tries to be brave. She always tries to be like, I'm not afraid of that thing. But eventually she ran off. Couldn't handle it. But I almost, if I hadn't noticed her, I would have just shoved it under there and sucked up her tail, and that would have been bad. We've seen enough of you put her on stream. Pay for the Luna moment channel point reward. And I will. At that point, I'll be legally obligated. Maybe I will. Do it. You won't. Forgot about the channel point rewards. After I put that much work into them, you guys memed at me for years about how useless they were, and I finally fucking do something about it, and you don't even use them? You just use them to repeatedly D's nuts me? This is some bullshit. There's no feat reward, they're useless. There's a maid dress stream reward. I'm saving for one stream to just relentlessly bother you. I don't know how to do it on web. Well, kind of sounds like a you problem. Win feat tier. It's not. I can get banned, guys. I'll make it the same. Cost the same as the scarf picture. It'll be just like a 10 million point reward. Kind of hard to let go of. 142 points. They don't mean anything if you don't use them. They're more useless if you don't use them than they were when I didn't have any point rewards for them. What don't you get about this? What aren't you understanding? Oh, but the scarf picture won't get you banned? As long as I don't show it on stream, I think. I don't fucking know. I don't even have it. No one's ever gonna be able to afford it. We've talked about this before. I don't even have that photo. The reward is a lie. If anyone ever buys it, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. I don't even know if you can. How many hours would you have to watch a streamer to get 10 million points? They're bragging rights. All right, fine. Don't use them. I don't give a shit. Jake always says he has it. I still don't believe it. I think he only has an edit of it. I know he has an edit of it. I do not think he has the original. I don't want to use the Luna moment because she's asleep. It's fine. It's not like it's the first or last time I'll bother her for content's sake. There, see? Jimmy got it. I'll be right back. Uh-oh, I just knocked one of the runners out on the ground. Oopsie. Which one just fell down? What fell down? Something fell. I heard something fall, but I don't see anything on the ground. Hang on. What the fuck's going on here? Ah, there it is. Found it. It was one of the D's. Oh, I put the A runner where the D runner was. That's why it got pushed out. I don't know why I put it in the wrong spot. Hang on, I promise I'm not putting off getting Luna. I'm just putting these runners back. I'll be right back. You'll be able to hear me the entire time. I've got a fucking lavalier mic on. Maybe I can get a funny sound out of her. Hang on, I'll get real close to her so you can maybe hear her go. Hi, Sleepy. You look so curled up right now. But too bad, Luna. Someone bought the channel points, so I had to pick you up. Oh, big girl. Big monkey. Just be careful. Don't walk out onto the table because I have knives out, Luna. Did you guys hear the sound? Did you hear the sound of a sleepy Luna waking up? A little Luna turning on noise? Fluffy hair dummy. What? What are you looking at? Are you looking at all the things you have the potential to knock off the table? Is that what you're looking at? We heard? Good. You are so funny looking. You know that? Her bed hair? She is bed hair. You know how much Luna fur I have in my bed? Every morning I wake up with Luna furs in my stubble and I have to yank them out. I don't know how they get there. I assume she just rubs her face against me in the night. Oh my. Goodness. See, Luna, we need you. You got me a follow. HB Tigers, thank you very much for the follow. Watch out for the knives, Luna. And don't drink my apple juice. I don't think it played this sound because it was in the middle of playing a follow. Just that was weird. Okay, now I have a bunch of Luna furs in my face. That's awesome.
These nuts.
I'm gonna get rid of the D's nuts. You guys are abusing it. Woo. Sorry, there's so many furs in my face right now. I have to. It's not funny. It's suffocating. Sorry, what the fuck was I in the middle of doing? I was grabbing parts.
Nani?
I know, it's weird, but that's what I do with this fucking building shit. F13. Now Luna's eating her food. She's crunching really loud over there. You probably can't hear it, but... You made those rewards? I was unsure. I was unsure about doing the D's nuts. I was like, D's nuts is kind of played out at this point, but I was like, nah. It's kind of a thing on my channel. I mean, we played Final Fantasy 14, was it 2 days ago? And I swear to God, we said D's nuts like 40 times. So it's just kind of a thing. I had to do it. Meg is scared of his own creation. I need to accumulate an insane number of points and write a bot. I need a Ligma one, but there's no Ligma sound effect, is there? There's probably a sound effect of Ninja saying he'll ban anyone who says Ligma. Because Ninja got real mad about the Ligma jokes. That's kind of what popularized them. Who the hell is Steve Jobs? Ligma balls. Okay, yeah, I could do that one. Has anyone on here, Hellhander and Bill specifically, have either of you ever tried building Gunpla, or am I the only Gunpla nerd around here today? I know Jared, you built some Gunpla at some point, right? I think I strong-armed you into buying one. Okay, I thought so. I did a long time ago. I think it was Zoids. Man, that's classic shit. Goddamn. Why are you scraping them? So when you cut off pieces, when you cut pieces off the runners, it leaves these little marks. I'll try to like show it as best I can. It's kind of hard to see on a black piece, but do you see that little like grayish spot? That's the nub mark, is what it's called. And when you have it's not really a big deal for internal pieces, but when you have pieces like these that are going to be like armor pieces that are going to be sticking off the side, you don't want to be able to see those nub marks. So you just take a X-Acto knife and kind of cut them off, doing your best not to scratch the plastic too much. I'm not great at it, to be honest. Like you can see, I scratched that up to hell. But they still end up looking better than if I just left them on there. Which I loved because they had little wind-up motors. Oh, that's pretty cool. I still build them, but haven't recently because college. Yeah. I built them a lot when I first got into the hobby, but like I was living with my parents at the time, and I think I was working part-time, and my videos took a lot less effort back then. Nowadays, I don't really have time to do it much, so that's why I'm doing one I had in progress on stream, because I don't know when I'm actually going to finish this one. So I'll just finish it on stream instead. I'll make it a content thing, and then I have an excuse to build it. RIP, quality content creator can't do fun hobbies. I always think of it, and this, I've talked about this before. I have a very like, well, someday I might be able to again mindset. Like I always think of it as like, well, you know, I can't do it now, but maybe, the reason for that, the reason I don't have time to do it is because I work full time, and then I come home and I spend an additional. That's not gonna stick in there very well, is it? No, it will. Never mind. An additional big chunk of time working on video stuff or streaming. So my constant thought process. Oh shit! I forgot to panelize this. Damn it! I'm an amateur. I forgot to panelize all these. What the fuck am I doing? Building. My constant thought process is like, well, if I can ever go full time on Twitch and YouTube, then I'll have free time again, because I'll be able to limit my work time to like a full time schedule, and then all that free time I've been spending working on videos and stuff, that goes back to my hobbies again. But who knows? Maybe if I ever get to do this stuff full time, I'll feel guilty whenever I'm not working, and I'll just work constantly all the time, and then I'll burn out, and then I'll quit. It'll be fun. Be a great fucking time. Just monetize your hobby. What do you think I'm trying to do? I'm live streaming this shit right now. Someone subscribe. Someone subscribe real quick. Someone who isn't already subscribed, or upgrade your subscription. Someone subscribe real quick. That way we can say that I monetized my hobby right now. You'll get the $2 of my sub in 2 days. Damn it. I won't even be streaming in 2 days. This is some bullshit. I love panel lining on these nice bright parts because it has such an impact. It adds so much to it. Greedy streamer begs for subs. You're now monetized, idiot. Thank you for the 100 bits, Phil. Close enough. I just need to start faking being super entitled so that people make videos about how I'm a really shitty streamer. And then I'll get attention on my streams. I'll start being one of those girls who's like, you have $5, don't you? You're sitting here, I'm giving you free content, hours of my day. And you're just sitting there. So you can spare $5 for the free content I'm giving you. It's $5. What, you don't get to get Starbucks one day? You have $5. That's what I gotta start doing. You all have phones, right? Yeah. Oh man, Diablo Mobile, let's fucking go. Selling all of your belongings for you right now. Oh shit, I missed the spot. Oh no. I'm a fucking amateur. Oh my god. Canceled on Twitter, canceled forever. You can't cancel me because I don't give a shit. Come at me, Twitter. I fucking dare ya. Give me free publicity. Try me, goddammit. I actively challenge people to cancel me because if they do, I'll get coverage. This piece fell off. Thing you gotta know about Zakus, they all have big fucking legs. They all got big fucking legs. Big old legs over here. Imagine this on top of this. It's a big fucking leg, isn't it? But I want to say nice things about you. Don't. Say horrible things about me. Call me out. I don't care what you call me out for. Just call me out. Tell me I'm culturally appropriating because of my hair. I don't fucking care. I'll turn it into a marketable moment. I admitted a raise on stream, so now I'm obligated, right? Yes, absolutely you are. When are you going to part your hair the other way? Never, probably. I don't like that this is doing what it's doing. I really don't appreciate that. I got to tuck you underneath a lock of hair as well. I just did my hair the other day, which is why it's acting all fucky. It usually takes a couple of days to like reach normality so it can stop doing fucky shit. That funny clipping sound. Funny, funny, haha. I'll make one of the channel point rewards that I part my hair the other way. Will that convince you guys to start using your fucking channel points? You fucking animals. Is that what you want? Is that enough for you? Dance for me, E-Clown. How dare you? All right. Oh, let me just yank that back out of there. Here we go. I missed an A piece. I was trying to get all the A pieces and I missed an A piece. A25. Shit! Come back here, motherfucker. Where you going? Can you make a reward that a gif of Robin smiling appears? Give me the pick and I'll spend them. What pick? The scarf fixture? You gotta accumulate 10 million points for that. That shit don't come cheap. Where's your E? Just make it an emote so it's just impossible to parse. God, that would get me banned off Twitch. An emote of underage me, mostly nude. Yeah, that would go over well with Twitch executives. G? Which one is G? You're G, aren't you? I haven't used G today. This is G. So all the pieces I'm going to cut out now. I could do the next step too, just since it's on the same. Yeah, I'll do the next step too, because it's on the same page. And then when I get on the next page, I want it to like flip back and forth. Come back here. Stop rolling away, fucker. That's all the pieces I need. Let's get to it, gamers. Let's fucking get it. We got some building to do, boys. We got some legs to build. It's leg day, fellas. Bless up. It's leg day. Let's go. You guys ever like watch my streams and you think to yourselves like, wow, this guy's actually like the lamest streamer on the platform? Because sometimes I think that when I'm saying dumb shit like that. It's part of your unique brand. Hello, I am cringe. That's my thing. I know we're on streamers, so you're both the lamest and coolest streamer I know. Good enough. You know what I think about sometimes? I think about how hard it would be to implement certain laws that have been in effect for a very long time today, right? Like, you know, in this day and age, in this time and place, traffic lights, very common installment, you know? And you come to a fucking intersection, there's a traffic light, you stop when it's red. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You go when it's green. Good for you. You figured it out. But can you imagine, like, if we'd been driving this whole time without traffic lights, and then someone was like, hey, yo, I got an idea, fuckers, and they put a traffic light up. How many Karens and Kens would be, like, fighting with police that, like, no, it's my right to drive my car where and when I want to, and I don't have to stop for your red light. Like, how did we get to this point? How did people like accept new laws in the olden days? You just described India. Did I? I don't know a damn thing about India. For all I know, that's an extremely racist comment. I have no idea. They barely managed to make people wear seatbelts. Yeah, that's true. And that was like the 90s, I think, was that when that became a thing. It's like if seatbelts had always been a law since like the olden days, then people would just be like, yep, this is a thing. I remember seeing a video of people not wanting to wear seatbelts, and it was literally exactly what I just described. It was people being like, it's my car, it's my right to not wear a seatbelt. They always bring up rights. People are always like, I know my rights, and it's painfully obvious that they don't know their rights, because if they knew their rights, then they wouldn't be arguing. No, you have no right to break the law. That's not a thing. I mean, listen, dude, buses are fucking death traps. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, city buses, public transport buses are safer than school buses. I mean, goddamn. You ever ride in a bus? You ever ride in a school bus and you're sitting there like, this thing's about to fucking fall apart? That's how I felt. The walls are thin, they're shaky and rickety, and like the seats are made of like actual compressed plastic. Like, seatbelts school buses are fucked up. It's unbelievable that people still allow their kids to go on school buses. I'm surprised there hasn't been like a Karen in front of the Supreme Court being like, what the fuck is up with school buses? I'm scared of Americans. Well then, fear me, boy. I just realized that looked extra scary because I had my glasses off at the time. Their streets are rough. Seatbelts are a lot everywhere except in school buses. Oh wait, I already read that one. Children weigh less so they don't fly with such high velocity. Glasses off, channel points reward win? Never. I look weird without my glasses on. This is the part where you guys say I don't look weird, but I look really handsome. I'm compliment baiting. Oh, so you looked more intense. Buses here are chill. Usually they drive rather slow, so if anything, other cars would just make a dent. I want to make a dent in a bus with a gun. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to buy a gun. Just to say I have one. I won't buy any ammunition for it. I'll just buy it. I'll be like, it's a prop. It's a prop for videos. I mean, listen, in this Chainsaw Man video, I edited a lot of scenes where I put a gun in my hand, so maybe I should just buy a prop gun. I would buy a prop gun just for like jokes and bits on stream, but you get banned even for having like a fake gun on stream, so. Did you ever ride a school bus? Yes. Most days. When I was pretty much until I got a car and learned how to drive, I rode the school bus. When I was really young, when I lived in New Hampshire, I lived out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And we had like this perfect situation when I was like a real young kid. My school bus would pick my brothers and I up last on our way to school and drop us off first on our way from school, because everybody else lived further away from the school. So the school bus would pass by our house on its way, back from picking everybody else up and to drop everybody else up. So, we could get up later to catch the school bus, and then we'd be home nice and early after school because we were the first ones off the bus. But then at some point, some motherfucker, some jackass, made it a law that kids weren't allowed to cross the street in front of the school bus. And I don't know if this was like a federal law, I don't know if it was a state law or like a local ordinance, but at some point, some law changed so kids weren't allowed to cross in front of the school bus. And so when I got dropped off after school every day, I would walk, I would cross the street in front of the bus. And so after they implemented this fucking law, it made it so that the bus could not stop at my house as it passed by it to drop off other kids. And all of a sudden, me being dropped off first became me being dropped off last. And my bus ride was like an hour long. And we would drive right past my house. Right past it. It was the fucking worst. I was so pissed. Like we're talking like I'm like 6 years old. I was so pissed off. My mom was pissed about it. She was like, "This is absurd. No one drives on this road. It's not unsafe for my kids to cross the street in front of the bus. Why do they have to take an hour-long bus ride where they pass by the house just because some dumbass got their kid hit?" It was so fucking frustrating, man. I still got picked up first. I still got picked up last, but I always got dropped off last too, even though we drive right past my fucking house. God. I was pissed off. Guns are my culture as an American, and I think Twitch should be canceled for suppressing that, honestly. Honestly. Fun fact, the black line across the sides of school buses, at least in the US, is actually an indication of where to cut safely if you have to cut into the bus to retrieve children after an accident. Oh, that's interesting. What kind of clownery that hurts to hear? It was so frustrating, dude. It was so frustrating. The bus ride was so long, because again, I lived out in the middle of nowhere, so one bus fucking took like half the kids in the school, so it was a long, long, long bus ride. We drove right past my house, right past it. I'm still hurt over this. This is like a traumatizing experience that affects me to this day. I had the exact opposite bus schedule. First one picked up and last one dropped off. That sucks. That's a lot of time on the bus. Where did you sit? I think I was a front sitter when I was young, and I was definitely a back sitter when I got older, and then I kind of sat in the middle towards the last years I was on the bus. Max 15 years of rage. It was bullshit, man. It was bullshit. So tell me of a time you were radicalized. That radicalized me. That every time I see a bus, every time I see a yellow school bus, those yellow motherfuckers driving down the road, I have flashbacks of looking out the window as we drive past my childhood home, knowing that I won't see it again for another hour. It was the worst. My mom still brings it up sometimes too. She's like, that was so dumb. Like everyone, we all thought it was fucking stupid. Even my mom, like, she didn't even like try to put on airs. You know how your parents try to tell you like, oh, just do your homework, it's not that bad. Meanwhile, inside they're like, no, God, it's horrible. My mom didn't even hide her contempt for it. She was like, this is stupid. Why do you guys have to sit on the bus for an hour when you drive right past my house? It's dumb. I would be a less bitter person if they had never changed my bus schedule. Let's be honest about that, fellas. You know, I almost have like a reputation of being like a bitter, negative person, I feel like. And I wouldn't be that person if I'd just gotten dropped off 15 minutes after I left school, like I always did. Instead, I had to sit there for a fucking hour. They really killed like 400 hours of your life for no reason. There was no good reason for it. Like it's one of those like solutions that doesn't actually fix anything, you know? Like it's one of those things where like someone sees a problem and instead of coming up with an actual solution, they just essentially blame someone else and make it their problem instead, right? Like some bus driver, you know what they could have done? They could have made it a law that the bus driver has to like get out of the bus and make sure that the kid gets across safely. That's all they had to do differently. That's all they had to do differently about that. But instead they were like, no, this is clearly the child's fault. This is the child's fault because people driving can't slow down when a bus is clearly there and there's a good chance there's going to be kids crossing the street, or the bus driver can't pay attention to make sure the kid crosses safely. Instead, let's make all of the kids suffer and make it so they can't cross the street anymore. It's the kid's fault. It's one of those kinds of solutions where it's not actually a solution at all. It's just like this is no one's fault kind of solution, even though there's clearly, like, whatever situation prompted the need for that law, someone was at fault and didn't get, have to deal with the consequences of their actions properly. I'm sure some lawyer, some dirty, smelly lawyer got a fat paycheck that day because they made sure that someone didn't take the consequences of their actions. Is this supposed to be all wobbly like this? It's on a joint, so that makes me think yes, but it feels weird. They're both wobbly. But again, they're both on joints, so I guess it makes sense, but it feels really weird. No, I mean, the parts are in all the way, it feels really wobbly. That's very strange. Yeah, I'm still broken up about that. That's like my major childhood trauma. Clearly. Does anyone else have some childhood traumas they want to talk about? This is a safe space. Anyone else have some bullshit situations they want to discuss? I can't tell you how many times I've almost been hit by a car. Why? Look both ways, Bill. What are you doing? I was riding my bike through any weather, hail, snow, anything, to school. Oof. Kid and now. Look both ways, Bill. What are you doing? Dude just blew through a red at 50 miles per hour, almost dirtied my ass. Hopefully they got pulled over, arrested, and executed or something like that. Little public execution for almost running over somebody. I think that's fair. Wouldn't you say that's fair? I think that's fair. Some people drive so recklessly. You know, you guys know me. I like to play my American Truck Simulator here and there, and I have my fancy wheels so I can make it like a real driving experience. And I do some reckless shit in that game, like because the game's GPS doesn't do a great job of like warning you when you're getting close to like an exit you got to pull off of. So like I'll look down at the GPS and realize, oh, I have to pull off this exit, and I'm in the third lane. And so I'll just cross like 3 lanes of traffic while braking wildly to try to make my exit. And I look at that and I'm like, you know, I do this because it's a video game and it's fine. You know, no one's going to get hurt for me doing this. But there are people out there who actually do this kind of thing. And it scares me. It really scares me. My own actions scare me. Oh, this is cool. They got this little flexible part in here that bends with the piece. That's fucking cool. That's nice as hell. Are you guys seeing this shit, or is it too out of focus? You see this? You got this PC here? It bends along with it. That's fucking sick, dude. He probably just thought that stoplights violated his rights. Honestly, why don't we hear that? Why don't we hear people saying that more? I'm almost shocked that we don't. It's my car. If I want to drive through a light, I will. My property. Kits have gotten way nicer. Oh my god, the technology behind Gundam kits has advanced so much. Like shit, like I've built some older kits and you know, they have the problem with like arm joints only being able to articulate to 90 degrees, right? But then you get these motherfuckers and it's like, whoa. This motherfucker bends like an actual arm all the way up to the shoulder and everything. It's cool as shit. Gives you a lot more articulation options. And I'm gonna have to super glue this horn in because it always falls off. In fact, why don't I do that? I'm gonna grab my super glue. We'll take care of that right now. Hi, Luna. I'm not gonna pick you up again, don't worry. I'm just grabbing my super glue. Do you have anything you want to say to the microphone? I'm leaning in really close, so if she has anything to say, this is her time.
Big kiss for Big Luna. Hi, Smelly.
Luna didn't have anything to say. Microwave gets auto-modded for talking about something that someone else wants to do. Jesus. They're trying to eliminate trans kids as if there wasn't a pandemic or war to take care of. Oh my god, I saw, dude. I saw this whole fucking fight at the Supreme Court level of like this guy being, this fucking Republican dude talking about how we aren't prepared for the war because the liberal media's too obsessed with being woke, and he specifically brought up like discussions about like critical race theory, and it was a total fucking straw man argument because it's like those two things are not related at all. There's no reason you can't be inclusive, sensitive, and aware and also be prepared, you know? There's absolutely no reason you can't just do both. And it made me sad. It made me sad to think that people think like that. You can either be strong or be fucking inclusive. You can't be both, according to some people. I almost cried my first time getting censored. Very upsetting. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Ooh. That's a leg. Y'all see that leg? Damn, Zaku, you got some thick-ass legs, boy. What did I tell you guys? These Zaku's got some thick-ass fucking legs. It's a real beaut, though. I don't know how I feel about this. These parts being, like, wiggly. Then again, I suppose, like, being able to, like, move this out provides a lot more articulatability for the leg, or for the foot. So actually, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. That's cool. There's been two kinds of master grade kits for me. Those that were like horrible and could not articulate at all, and those that were really good and could articulate plenty. Sengoku Astray over here is one of them that can articulate really well, and I can pose pretty much any way I want. Right now, I've got him posed in a Kozuki Oden two-sword style kind of thing. And then I don't have my Shinmusha Gundam, but that thing doesn't have great articulability, but it's solid. It's solid as hell. Like it'll stay in whatever pose you put it in. But I've had kits that like the knees were just weak as hell and it couldn't handle its own weight, and it was so upsetting. It was so upsetting to like spend so much time building it only for it to not even be able to fucking stand. Should motherfucker get bent? All right, well, I'm probably gonna call it here. I don't want to stream too super long today because I have some other stuff to take care of. And I know we only built one leg, but that's just kind of the reality of master grids. They take a lot longer to build. We're probably gonna be building this guy for a little while. What do we got coming up this week? Wednesday, back to Elden Ring. Heading back to the lands between and going to see some cool shit. Abandoning us. I mean, listen, Microwave. I've been streaming a lot lately. I streamed 5 hours each on the Final Fantasy 14 streams this week, and I streamed 6 to 8 hours per Elden Ring stream. I'm entitled to one short stream, okay? It's my right to cut it off early for once. Okay. But and then I don't know what we'll play on Saturday. I might play Final Fantasy with the boys if they haven't leveled up so much that I can't play with them anymore. And on Sunday, Captain's Kitchen Live. Captain's Kitchen Live. I'm figuring out what I'm going to be making. I'm thinking about a dessert option this week or this month. So get excited for that next week. I was barely there, so they don't count. That's your own fault for being busy with whatever the fuck you were doing. Uh-oh, this piece came out. I was having too much fun bending it. I don't know where it... Shit. Let me see where this is supposed to go in. Okay, there's a little area that it fits in. Have a great day. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate it. I hope you do as well. Let's hope I'll be back for my trip on Sunday. Hopefully.
These nuts.
Thank you. God damn it. What the fuck are these nuts? All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a good start to your week, and I'll see you on Wednesday for Elden Ring. Bye-bye. Love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you so much. Am I making you uncomfortable now? Am I making you uncomfortable now? I love you. Do you love me? Do you think I'm pretty?